Okay, so let's do it. So of course, we've got Bitcoin, the king. Bitcoin is now at 62% dominance, which means that it takes up 62% of the entire cryptocurrency market, which now includes, on CoinMarketCap at least, 8,795 cryptocurrencies. So Bitcoin is 62% of all of this. Pretty crazy. So let's just kind of go through the top list and we'll kind of briefly explain what these all are. So Bitcoin, number one, has the largest market cap. It's the oldest cryptocurrency and it's just the OG. It's the king. What else can be said? Then we have Ethereum. Ethereum is very interesting. Now, a lot of people say that Bitcoin is like digital gold, where Ethereum is like digital oil and that you can do a lot of things with oil. With Ethereum, it's a smart contract platform that lets you essentially create your own tokens and then create smart contracts on the blockchain that will fire based on certain criteria. So you can create like a contract where if somebody deposits a certain amount of Ethereum to an address, that it will trigger something else that will happen. And so there's a lot of people that have created really cool applications that run on Ethereum. And since Ethereum can be used to issue your own tokens and send and receive your own tokens, Ethereum has been used by virtually every launching platform for the last few years as the core. So with Ethereum, their ERC20 token has pretty much become the standard cryptocurrency token. So in a lot of ways, we have Bitcoin, and then we have Ethereum, and if Ethereum really works, it could be everything else on this list. I mean, if you look at this top list right now, Binance Coin, that was started as an Ethereum token, and then Binance launched their own Binance Smart contract platform, basically copying a lot of Ethereum's code and then running it with fewer nodes at a faster speed. So a lot of people are now switching over from Ethereum to Binance Coin just because it's so cheap and it does most of the things that Ethereum does. The only downside is that it's not decentralized and there are far fewer projects that use Binance Coin. And in the cryptocurrency space, if your project isn't a decentralized network, why are you even here? Why don't you just go start a bank? That's what I have to say. So Binance is essentially a bank on the blockchain that has their own coin, and it's really pumping right now, but I don't see how it could dethrone Ethereum because Ethereum is truly open source and decentralized. Let's scroll down. We've got Tether. Tether is really interesting. It is actually pegged to the price of the US dollar. So, I mean, it's a little bit down right now, but it goes up and down a few pennies. But if you look at the chart, it basically keeps this peg where it's pegged to the US dollar. What's interesting with Tether is that it's a very old project that was actually launched on Bitcoin using a third-party software to be able to allow smart contracts tied to Bitcoin. It's kind of interesting. Tether is now a part of Ethereum. So you can actually buy and sell Tether right on the Ethereum blockchain. So it's essentially part of Ethereum. We've got Cardano. Cardano is very interesting. Charles Hoskinson, who is the creator of Cardano, was the co-founder of Ethereum along with Vitalik Buterin. So there's a lot of clout behind this project. What's very interesting is that their whole project has been written in a programming language called Haskell, which is a little bit, I'd say, fringe. It's not necessarily something that a lot of people know how to code with. But Cardano is cool because they have a very clear release schedule. It's backed by a lot of different funds and universities. Cardano has plans to roll out in different countries to try to help with local economies. And this thing is up to $1.11 with 31 billion existing. I mean, this has some space to grow, and it's a very nice project. Will it dethrone Ethereum? I don't know. I honestly, at this point, don't think so because Ethereum just has the advantage for being the first mover, and it just has so many projects on it. Cardano literally just launched the ability to issue your own tokens last month, and Ethereum has been doing this from the beginning. So it's going to take a long time for Cardano to really pick up the steam and try to take Ethereum's spot. Now, Polka Dot, that's a very interesting project. This one just had like a meteoric rise from not anywhere to be seen all the way up into the top 10. And Polka Dot has a lot of backing. And Polka Dot is attempting to be what Ethereum 2.0 will be, but they think that they can reach it quicker. So it would be a proof of stake blockchain that has sharding. So the blockchain can be broken up into multiple different channels, and each one can be running a different application. The plan with Polka Dot is that it'll just be a lot faster and cheaper than Ethereum, and it'll have sharding from the very beginning, as opposed to with Ethereum, you have to wait for 2.0. Right now, Ethereum is running on a proof of work algorithm, very similar to Bitcoin, but it'll soon be transitioning to proof of stake, which means that miners will be gone, and that the only way that the network will be validated is through nodes that are actually holding on to Ethereum. So, I mean, that's kind of an interesting change. Moving on, we've got XRP. This is another centralized coin. It's by a company called Ripple. And XRP, their whole goal was to create a liquidity system that banks could use to transfer large sums of money. Don't really have much else to say other than, they threatened to sue me over using their name on my fidget spinner site, but that is another video. So next on the list, we've got Uni Swap. Now, Uni Swap is a really cool protocol that is built on Ethereum, and it allows you to swap any Ethereum token for another Ethereum token directly from wallet to wallet without any third party in between. So, I mean, that's very interesting. Up to this point, we've been relying on exchanges and basically treating them like banks on the blockchain, where we give them our cryptocurrency and then we trade on their platform and then we can send it back out. With Uniswap, we just trade right on the blockchain and the tokens will arrive right in my wallet. It's built on Ethereum, so it can't swap between other blockchains yet, but I think that at some point they might do that. But with the high prices in Ethereum, the costs of gas fees and transferring Ethereum, Uniswap has become very expensive to use. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of people are moving over to Binance Coin, because they have this swapping system, and it's kind of loosely based on Uniswap. So moving on, we got Litecoin. Litecoin's very interesting. It was one of the first forks of Bitcoin, and what they did was they increased the supply, and they made a few of their own changes to try to lower the fees. Basically, a cheaper version of Bitcoin. And a lot of people do like to make some sort of equivalency between Bitcoin being digital gold, Litecoin being digital silver. I really don't think that that really applies anymore. That was the thinking at first, but Litecoin, the price has stayed real low. It's not come up. It's not broken its all-time high again like Ethereum and Bitcoin have. But who knows? It might. And Litecoin is a fairly stable network and a good store of value. It's like Bitcoin, but real cheap. So I think people will like that. So let's move on to Chainlink. Chainlink's a really interesting project. It is a Oracle blockchain, meaning that they basically provide different data points onto the blockchain that other blockchain projects can incorporate into their own smart contracts, using Chainlink as like the Oracle. I think that Chainlink is incredibly useful because so many new projects are building Chainlink right into them. So Chainlink's got room to grow as long as these new projects launch.